you people have managed to purchase exactly 69% of the seats in this theater. Now, thank you for coming out, but also, you nasty.
You nasty. How the fuck did you guys coordinate that?
As an artist who makes their living this way, when we saw... Nice, thank you.
Nice. Sorry. Nice.
As an artist who makes their living this way, obviously when we saw that 60% of the seats were sold, it's kind of like, oh man, that's a bummer. Now when we got to 65 with like 3 days left, we're like, well, let's all pump the brakes a little bit. Let's not go too wild. Maybe we're gonna, but you don't even want to say it.
Right. You can't jinx it when you're about to throw a perfect game.
I forgot that this occurred until this is kind of a persistent delight that pops up every time the Olympics comes around. Is that there's one called Skeleton, which is fun. There's like bobsled and downhill alpine and skeleton.
Yeah. That's just like xylophone playing, but it's your own ribs.
Yeah.
Right. You got to play your own ribs. No, it's what's great about it is it's basically like bobsledding, but it's the tiniest possible sled.
Yeah.
So it's like this heightened awareness of like, I will just name it after the thing that I'm going to destroy as I'm going down.
Yes, somebody looked at bobsled and said, not dangerous enough. Well, I have this luge. No. I want to be a centimeter off the ice with nothing around me.
I wanted a sport where if I sneeze while I'm doing it, I will perish. That sounds very, very fun to me. I also saw a sign for apartments for lease, and it was like a wooden sign hanging from one of like the terraces, and it's, had the name of the apartment, and then it had like a plaque hanging under it that had like the contact information, and then it had another plaque hanging under it that said, "Not haunted." It's the best shit I've ever seen in my life.
So good.
Was anybody at the Minneapolis show last night? All right, don't tell what happened, but I suffered a very brave injury.
On top of Griffin's unavoidable injury.
Heroic.
Griffin fell backwards in his chair. It's really the only injury you can sustain in our format. We don't have a lot of pyrotechnics.
Well, that's not true. It made local newspaper headlines that said, "Hero Boy has good fall."
Yeah. Hero Boy saves show with pratfall.
Hey, I want to tell everybody all about MeUndies. MeUndies, they make underwear for...
Whoa, TMI, man.
Yeah. Travis is exhausted right now, and probably will be for the remainder of the show.
You know how you're like, oh, when I go to a rock show and it takes them forever to come on stage, they're probably like partying. No, I had to use the bathroom, but it was upstairs. And we pressed for the elevator, and it was taking a while, and I thought, I'll just run up 8 stairs.
8 flights of stairs, not 8 huge 1-story high stairs.
And I made it 4 floors.
And we had already called the elevator, so the elevator came down, and we were like, don't worry about it. He's running up the stairs. So they're like, okay, fine. And then he ran back.
And I came slow, thank you so much for that. I hobbled back down the stairs. I was like, what was I thinking? And then we had to call the elevator again.
And when we say call the elevator, there's a literal person who's running.
And they know our shame.
We are not used to playing theaters where there are people
in the round
here. So if you feel like you're not getting
this is actually a thrust.
Yeah, it's a thrust. In the round would be behind us. It's a thrust.
Okay, Jesus.
3/4 would be on it.
I know you guys get frustrated because you have useless theater degrees.
Fair enough.
And you
seem flexing. Like they just came in pretty useful, Griffin.
Yeah.
Is it strange that we haven't discussed the fact that in like 5 days or 4 days, and Sydney are expecting?
It's nobody's business.
I guess it's going to be our listeners' business because we're going to have a live show for you next week because Justin's taking some time off.
Yeah, just for the baby stuff. New baby coming.
New baby coming.
Drops this Tuesday. I wanted to do I wanted to reveal it on Insta, but I guess
All right, are you gonna do like a name reveal like Kim Kardashian did?
It's actually Perry Jivens.
And I'm your sweet baby brother and 30 under 30 media luminary, Griffin McElroy.
Did you burp in the middle of your name?
I didn't burp. I got scared by the sound of my own amplified voice. That's never
This is
happened.
my brother, a trained capuchin monkey.
Listen to Cedric's full-length studio album. I did say full-length.
And
I'm
you
gonna
also
take
did
it
say
again.
Cedric that time. That was
Oh,
Cedric.
that one was Cedric. It's Sedgwick. Listen to Sedgwick's. Listen to Sedgwick's full-length studio album Collapse on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, and find out more at sedgwickmusic.com. Okay, I figured out the problem.
Full wink.
Sedgwick.
Do you like music?
Sedgwick, we're very
Sedgwick sounds like you're saying Cedric with a baby accent, and I understand that now.
Yeah,
I
listen,
get it.
This is, and that's not on Cedric. It's a great name, and it's this music does sound evocative and powerful. It's just we fucked it up, and then we kind of went down our own little hole. We
We're
made the
baby
hole, and then
people.
we are baby
But at
people, and
least
we made a hole.
You'll remember it now. It's Sedgwick, not Cedric. And I'm not speaking with a baby accent. They're two different words.
I just waved bye to Dad. I realize that's unprofessional now, looking back on it.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Daddy.
We love you.
Bye, Daddy. He doesn't enjoy the show anymore.
It's all about the money for Clint
All
now.
about the money. He got.
We have to pay him an appearance fee.
Yeah, he got his $73, and he is out the door.
Yeah.
Hey, brothers, I have a moral
I was talking to Al Jarreau, actually. He's getting into the game. I think he passed
Let your
away.
moving down.
Yeah.
Let your losing here to stay. Make it easy, easy. Let your losing down. Hey, brothers, I have a moral dilemma.
You
I
don't
have
get to.
been
You don't get to do your Al Jarreau enough.
my fucking dope ass Al Jarreau.
I'm so glad. 393 episodes.
You've been hiding your light under a bushel.
Finally get to do my fucking great Al Jarreau.
I'm just so glad. It has brought such a tickle to my heart that you were able to do your Al Jarreau finally.
Yeah.
We lost Al Jarreau. Oh my God.
It was last-
exactly 1 year upon you hearing this.
Holy
listener.
shit.
Exactly one
What
year
a
ago.
touching tribute.
This is
we've
our
been able
touching
to
This is our touching accidental tribute to Al Jarreau, who is very good at singing.
This is not a joke. It has been my dream since I was a child to come visit New Orleans. Like I've been thinking about it for decades.
Yes.
And it
It's
was
so
totally lived up to it, and it's been amazing.
Now,
and
is
you are
that because
incredible.
he thought he'd meet Gambit? Yes.
Yes. And I thought Gambit would look like Harry Connick Jr.
Yes.
Like those two.
Thank you.
I asked somebody, like, hey, is Gambit big down here? And this was the response. Yeah, Gambit's big down here. Start
limber and
getting
going.
wet for donating.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother, Mean Advice Show for the Modern Era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your Midwest brother, Travis McElroy.
And my name is Griffin McElroy, the youngest of the three brothers.
The lips, the teeth,
The lips,
tip of
the
tongue.
teeps of the tea. We rented, this is fun. This is the first time we've ever gotten a bus because there's like 50 of us now. And I flew into Nashville, but they came up from Appalachia. And I have just...
I came from Cincinnati.
That's basically Appalachia. I literally, backstage tonight, just learned there are, of course, bathrooms on the tour bus. You're not allowed to poop in them. There's a sign on the door that says, "Don't poop here," in a bathroom.
The
But
only
now
difference in my experience was that I did have to fight the kids. I had to spar against there was not an adult white belt class. The adult white belts fought the child white belts. So I would spar against children.
Wait, really?
It's
is
the
legal?
worst. It's the worst possible scenario because the kids just kick you in the nuts. It's the only move they know. It works 100% of the time. And there's not a reality of which you could be like, you know what? I'm going to punch this kid in the face. I'm going to give him one good slug. You can't. It's simply not doable. It's a terrible fight to be in.
That was really good, Griffin. You did a great
Good job, Griffin.
Oh,
I'm so
come
proud.
on, please. Please, you flatter me.
These facilities are built to make sure the sound is great, going from the violins and shit to you, and they don't really count on people to be like, "Hell yeah, fuck yeah, Madam Butterfly is my shit."